something in the form of object. Now think in your real life. Real life means think of yourself. You are a student, and how the student life has been changed. Previously, all the students may have to have the importance to go to class and attend the classes, listen the lecture, copy the content from the board, and now the student life has been changed. You have to sit in front of your mobile phone, your tablet, your PC, and the teachers, they are sitting somewhere else and giving you lectures, sharing the screen. Then you are being copying those content, listening to the screen, sometimes even recording the lectures of students, although many doesn't allow you to record the lectures, isn't it? Many teachers doesn't allow you to record the lectures. So this way you can understand the life has been changed. But every student is going through the same situation. Many of you may have already joined some online coaching classes. There also you may have observed the same thing is going on. The teachers, they are teaching, they are clearing your doubts online. Then they are also sharing the screen to teach you. So the student life has been changed, but every student have the same thing. So you can understand every student is an object. Every student is an object. Similarly, take the life of all the teachers. They are doing the same way. They are sitting somewhere, adding and giving lectures sharing screen. So they all the teachers now belongs to one group. So this way, every instance around you, you can take any instance. I'm not talking about only teacher, student, or shopkeeper. You take anything. Everything around is an object. And these objects have some common characteristics and behavior. So we can categorize, we can group them and classify them as class. And once a class is created, once a class is well defined, we can create a number of objects from them. For example, few students may not be in your class, but in lower classes, few students just got admitted in St. Joseph in our school, and they are following the same way as the older ones. So why and how? Because the St. Joseph has a certain format of defining someone as a student, and whoever comes in, whoever takes admission becomes a student in that particular format only, isn't it? So we can say the object and the class. Next, computation as a message passing method calling between objects. Computation as, I'm going to discuss this one, I'm highlighting this. Computation as message passing. Let me broaden it more, some more. The color, where is the color option? May not be correct. Okay, I'm just underlining it. So taking a thinner one. Computation as message passing method calls between objects. This section we had not done yet. This is in your second term syllabus, methods. So what is a method? Let us, as the terms appear, let us understand a bit. Some of you may have already understood that, but still it is my duty to discuss everything. So what is a method? A method is a named block of code. You had written certain block of code. अभी तक बहुत सारे कोड हम लोग लिखे हैं, देखे हैं, एग्जाम्पल लिए हैं. If we name that those blocks of codes, they becomes a method. As well as that is only not a method. Method have certain more capabilities. And what are those capabilities are? Method can accept values, or what we say calls, passing messages. Passing messages doesn't mean passing a message to someone. It means passing something. Maybe a parcel. Even the delivery boy, nowadays, most of you are doing online shopping, isn't it? So delivery boy, he actually passing the message from the seller to you and from you to the seller. Okay, your package is delivered. This message comes to you, as well as the same message go to the seller. The package to, say, Milan, my name, package to Milan Kanti Das has been delivered. They are sending the message to the seller, as well as the delivery person sends a message to me also. That, so I'm not going in that. That is a very critical or difficult section to discuss about. But message doesn't actually mean only a message. It could be value, it could be any other thing. So what is method? Method is named block of code. First, it is the name of the certain block of code, as well as it is capable of accepting and giving messages. We'll discuss about them later. For the time being, okay. Now, objects. Object encapsulates state, attribute, and behavior. Object encapsulate state, attributes, and behaviors called methods. Now, in the beginning of the session, we had learned about the principles of Java or principles of OOPS. One of the principles is encapsulation. Now, what does the encapsulation actually refers to? Wrapping up of data member and member function into a single unit called class. We had learned about them. And that thing again came up. Encapsulate state. Here, the state means the variables. The variables those you declared within your program are the states or attributes. And then comes the methods or behavior. In the definition of object, we had learned about what is the, anyone who can say the definition of object. Raise your hand, let me see. Definition of object. Who will answer? Raise your hand. There are 29 students in now. 4, 5 may not be in front of the device, but rest of you are in front of the device and you cannot listen me. I'm asking you a question and there is no one to raise the hand to answer. Huh? Just a second. Yes, Prachi, I'll be coming to you. हाँ सौरभ, हाँ सौरभ, हाँ ले ले, छोड़ेगा थोड़ी उसको तो। Okay, Prachi. Yes, Prachi.
Yes, sir. Sir, an
Say.
object may be defined as an identity with some characteristics and behaviors.
प्राची बुक खोल के बोल रही है ना. Anyway, now you see it has certain characteristics and behavior. Okay, now what are the characteristics? Characteristics are representing two attributes over here. यही characteristics को यहाँ पे जो है आप लोग देख सकते हो, यहाँ पे हम लोग का these are the attributes, and you can see the behaviors. It is the method. Okay, now we have learned them in the definition itself, that objects can be defined, as she said, objects can be defined as something that have some attributes and behavior. Now, language doesn't match with computer. In computer terms, the attributes becomes variables and the behaviors becomes methods. So this way, every object have some attributes and certain behavior, and those can be classified or broadly classified into different groups, and those groups are called classes. Now, class as user defined data type. Now, what happens? How can we say class is a user defined data type? Still now, we had not gone through that part, but let us understand something about it. Now, class as a user defined data type. So when you define a class, you are defining the attributes and behaviors, isn't it? When you are defining a class, you are defining the attributes and behaviors. Now, when you are creating the object from that class, although we had not did it yet, I'm very sure uh, that need more discussion. We will obviously go through them. Now, when you create an object of that particular class, so what happens? All those variables and methods automatically gets inherited by every object. Those variables and methods automatically gets inherited by every object. That's why we can say class is a user-defined data type. Because once we define a class, once we define a number of variables in the class, and then we define an object from the class, all the variables, all those are defined in the class automatically gets created for the object. That's why we can say class is a user-defined data type. Okay. Now comes a class may be regarded as blueprint to create an object. This we are been viewing for a long time, and now I'm not going to repeat it. So when we will come back to creation of objects, we will discuss about them. Now, values and data types. Values and data types. The first topic here you can see this is character set. Now, what is a character set? Character set hota kya hai? Character set. Now, what is a character? Anyone who can answer? What is a character? Let me see if you are doing well or just attending the online classes for fun. Anyone who can say that? What is a character? No. कोई नहीं. Now we have 33. You can see 33 participants are there. That means 32 students are there in my class and no one dares. चलो अब हम ही पूछेंगे तब किससे पूछे who's this राजनंदिनी आप बताओ you don't dare I know no she's not responding at all Anupama will you try Anupama
Yes, sir.
yeah say what is a character set no worries you make
Sir,
mistake
Sir,
I'll correct
character set is it is a collection of alphanumeric values,
yes
alphabets, and numeric values.
yeah correct okay now what is a character set as Anupama said it is a collection of alphanumeric values. Now when we talk about alphanumeric values what all can you type in from the keyboard is ABCD 1 2 3 4 plus minus multiplication sign division sign equal sign then the space then you may have some certain characters like slash inverted comma full stop all these are character set does these only those you can type in from your keyboard is complete to represent all the languages spoken or written. Is it? You can understand it is not sufficient because every language doesn't have the alphabets as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. In Hindi, we have O, A, Ka, Kha, isn't it? In Bengali also, there is A, A, E, E, U, isn't it? Then in some other language, there is some other alphabets. So every set of alphabets and the digits, those we say the character set. How we end a statement sentence in English? By putting a dot, isn't it? A full stop. How we end a sentence in Hindi? By putting a straight line. Purna Biram, isn't it? They both represent the same thing, the end of statement, but their symbols are different. And every symbol that is being used is the character set. Now, when we talk about the character set in computer, we may think, sir, हम लोग तो इसी कीबोर्ड से हिंदी भी टाइप करते हैं हम लोग इसी कीबोर्ड से हिंदी भी टाइप कर सकते हैं लिखा हुआ है इंग्लिश में मगर हिंदी में भी टाइप कर सकते हैं there is no problem but the problem is defining the sets. Now when we define the sets here you can see there is ASCII code, the ASCII code and the Unicode. Now what is ASCII code and Unicode? ASCII, all of you are aware of it. That our computer works on binary number system, correct? Our computer works on binary number system. And what is the base of binary number is 2. Means because it has only 2 digits, 0 and 1. And every character that is defined in most of our computer system, normal computer system, they are based on ASCII. Now, what is ASCII is American Standard Code for Information Interchange. The ASCII consists of 7 bits. 7 bits. ASCII, one ASCII character consists of 7 bits. Sir, 7 bit क्यों? 7 bit ही क्यों? 8 क्यों नहीं? 10 क्यों नहीं? Now what happens when the computer was designed at that time? All of us know the English spoken language people has developed the computer. Charles Babbage. Then you can take about the other. If you had gone through the history, I cannot memorize all the histories, but Charles Babbage and other persons who were contributed towards the development of computer, all those people were English spoken. So they had developed the computer according to their language. And when they were developing, they found that if there are 127 characters, if there is 127 characters, they can make the computer work very well. 127 कैरेक्टर अगर बना लिए तो सारा काम कंप्यूटर से हो सकता है. Correct? So they had defined with 7 characters. 2 to the power 7, it makes 128. 128 characters. But later on, with the development and popularization of the computer, it becomes very important that the computer starts supporting other languages. जब दूसरे सारे लैंग्वेजेस के बात आया, तब क्या पता चला कि 128 कैरेक्टर कम पड़ रहा है एक पर्टिकुलर लैंग्वेज को रिप्रेजेंट करने के लिए. 128 कैरेक्टर्स कम पड़ जाता है किसी लैंग्वेज में टाइप करने के लिए या उसमें लिखने के लिए. फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू टेक हिंदी. हिंदी में कैरेक्टर्स कितने सारे अल्फाबेट्स है, कितने सारे स्वर्ण वर्ण व्यंजन वर्ण अलग अलग है. कितने हैं टोटल? 56 और 58. तो आधा तो ये लोग हो गए. उसके बाद मात्राएं हैं, युक्ताक्षर है, और पता नहीं हलंत का सिंबल, ये वो लन मिला करके आप देखो तो 128 कैरेक्टर में हिंदी में कुछ नहीं होने वाला. उसमें और ज्यादा चाहिए. जब ज्यादा चाहिए क्या बात आई, तब क्या हुआ? इंस्टेड ऑफ यूजिंग द 7 bit, they had started using 16 bit. 7 bit की जगह पे अब यूज होने लगा है 16 bit. Now what does the value becomes? 2 to the power of 16. 2 to the power 16, it is around 65,536 characters. 65,536 characters. Now these many characters are enough to represent all the character sets. Those are being needed by various modern languages. So that's why Java supports Unicode character set. And every character in Java is of 2 bytes. I think we had discussed about the sizes previously. Character, 2 bytes. Every character in Java is of 2 bytes because 16 bits makes 2 bytes, isn't it? Now comes escape sequences. What are escape sequences? भाई escape sequence है क्या? Escape sequence are certain symbols, combination of symbols. When used together, they perform a certain task. We have a very little time left, only 10 minutes left. So let us first take the attendance. Okay, quick attendance for you. This is 9A. I left my pen. Yeah. So पहले attendance ले लेते हैं. Sequence बड़ा कर लेते हैं. First one, आदित्य चौरसिया. बड़ा सुंदर नाम लिखा. First is Nishant. In my list, first one is Nishant Kumar Singh. Today is 22, तो 22/6। निशांत के बाद है अविदित्या, आकांक्षा, कुमारी, then we have Absar Ali, Absar, Absar Ali, then we have Adarsh Raj, Aditya Babu, then Anupama Thakur, then Dilkhush Kashyap, then Ishika Singh, and Izur Rahman. ये कौन है? Miss attendance. Priti Raj, Kumar Abhishek, then we have Kumari Kanak, then we have Kumari Prerna Anand. Okay, प्रेरणा आनंद के बाद है कुश कुमार, कहाँ गया? कुश कुमार, then Mayank Kumar, then we have MD Ayan, and MD Kamar Ahmad, and Mohandas, and Prachi Bandwal, then Pratik Aryan, then we have Prinjit Kumar, then Prince Kumar के बाद Raj Nandini, then we have Rajiv Ranjan, then Rashi Gupta, then Sharia Jamal, के बाद है शिवम कहाँ गया? हाँ, शिवम मिल गया। शिवम के बाद है श्रेया, उसके बाद है सृष्टि कुमारी, स्वर्ण प्रकाश, सृष्टि कुमारी के बाद है स्वर्ण प्रकाश और वेदांत विवेक। ओके, नाउ अटेंडेंस सिस्टम। तो बात हम लोग कर रहे थे किसका? कैरेक्टर सेट का, है ना? तो कैरेक्टर सेट में हम लोग को क्या पता चल गया कि जावा सपोर्ट्स यूनिकोड कैरेक्टर सेट। उसके बाद हम लोग देखे थे एस्केप सीक्वेंस। व्हाट इज एस्केप सीक्वेंस? इज certain characters in Java perform certain tasks. जैसे हम लोग इन्वर्टेड डबल कोटेशन, डबल इन्वर्टेड कॉमा का यूज करते हैं। So what does the double quotation indicates? Double quotation indicates the starting point of a string. Now if you want to print the double quotation mark को अगर हमको प्रिंट करना है तो सिंपली डबल कोटेशन लिखने से नहीं होने वाला। Isn't it? हम लोग जब डबल कोटेशन मार्क्स का यूज करते हैं So I'm going to open up a application. Now, if we use दिखा रहे हैं, okay, just take that. अगर हम लोग डबल कोटेशन यूज करते हैं तो ये मैसेज में ऐसे, और उसके बाद प्रिंट करना है तो फिर से हम लोग डबल कोटेशन डाल देंगे. सो व्हाट डज दिस इंडिकेट्स? दिस इज द स्टार्ट, दिस इज स्टार्ट एंड दिस इज एंड, बट दिस डबल कोटेशन मार्क्स विल नॉट बी प्रिंटेड. ये प्रिंट नहीं होगा. तो डबल कोटेशन अगर प्रिंट करना है तो हम लोग कैसे प्रिंट करेंगे? So this is the starting point of the double quotation. Then we need to print the double quotation. Then we need to print it in this format. Then you write ठीक है. ये क्वेश्चन मार्क भी प्रिंट नहीं होगा. तो क्वेश्चन मार्क को प्रिंट करने के लिए फिर से उसके आगे हम लोग लगा देंगे स्लैश का साइन. उसके बाद फिर डबल स्लैश लगा के डबल कोटेशन प्रिंट करेंगे. लास्ट में हम लोग डबल कोटेशन क्लोज किया और इसके आगे मान लेते हैं सिस्टम डॉट आउट डॉट यूज किया. तो अब मैसेज में कैसे आएगा? मैसेज में आएगा ये आएगा. Now you can see the slash signs are eliminated. जो स्लैश हम लोग यहाँ पे डाले थे, स्लैश साइन जो हम लोग यहाँ पे डाले थे, यहाँ और यहाँ, ये सारे गायब हो गए. होने के बाद सिर्फ दिस we can think of as escape sequence. इसी को हम लोग escape sequence समझ सकते हैं. ओके. नाउ escape sequence के बारे में थोड़ा सा और पढ़ना है. देखो यहाँ पे कुछ एग्जांपल दिया हुआ है. स्लैश n. What is slash n? Slash n is a new line. Okay, that's all for today. Already we are running out of time. Only few seconds left. So hopefully most of you were able to understand. Those who are not able to understand, in the next class, in the beginning of the next class, we'll discuss about the doubts related to today's topic. We'll discuss the doubt related to today's topic first. Okay. So have a nice day and get prepared for the next class if you have. किसी को कुछ पूछना है, थोड़ा सा टाइम अपने पास बचा हुआ है तो आप लोग पूछ सकते हो जरा सा. I may not be able to clear all your doubts right now. So if you have any doubts which we can discuss in a very short time, you can ask. है किसी को कोई डाउट? No doubts at all. Okay, fine. Then get prepared for the next class. Have a nice day.